What is going on, YouTube? This is Mohammed, your personal PMP coach from Certified with Ease, helping you get certified the fastest and the easiest way possible. In this video, we are going to solve 5 process domain questions using my 3-step infamous methodology. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I want to let you guys know that I do have a PMP accelerator course. If you're interested in it and interested in getting certified just like these people, then sign up for it, book a call with me, and we can discuss your needs. Okay, so that being said, let us dive into this little document. I have not seen it, but we are going to solve it together. Okay, so let me just set this up and we are gonna start. You can find this document in the description below, along with my 23 principles and my PMP course. Okay, let's start right now. Question number 1, remember, 3 steps and 3 steps only. The first step is what? Frame the problem. Very, very important. Forgive me for my handwriting. Number 2, eliminate the answers that contradict our principles. Contradict our principles or do not solve the problem. Okay, that's why it's so important to frame the problem. Number 3, choose the answer that completely solves our problem. Okay, so 3 steps and 3 steps only. Remember, these steps are very, very important in order for you to properly and logically proceed in solving the question. All right, so let's start right now reading this problem together. Question number 1, a PM is overseeing a software development project in a hybrid environment. During the planning phase, the project manager identified a risk that a key technical resource for a critical task might not be available when required. Once 1 week before the resource is needed, the technical engineer experiences a personal emergency and must take leave. What should the project manager do next? Okay, so our problem statement is this. Our problem statement is simple, very, very simple. Problem statement: someone needs to leave unexpectedly. Remember this word. When things are unexpectedly, or things unexpectedly occur, then, how do you spell this word? My apologies, my English is not my first language. Unexpectedly. I don't think it's how you spell it, but you guys get the point. Someone needs to leave unexpectedly. Then what does that mean? That means there's a possibility of a risk because there's a possibility of a delay. Let's look at our selections. Okay, so A, review the risk register for an appropriate plan response and implement it. I like that. We talked about this before. We have a risk. It makes sense. Let's look at the risk register. Let's look at the risk response. Beautiful. B, update the project management plan and reschedule the task for when the technical resource will be available. All right. Well, let me ask you this question. Does it solve the problem? We have this person that is leaving. If we reschedule a task for when a technical resource will be available, what does that do? That implies that we have to wait. We have to wait until this person gets or becomes available. Okay? This is a delay. This contradicts principle number 2. You can find the principles to your side. We are going to eliminate B. Reassess the business requirements with the stakeholders and remove the tasks assigned to the technical resource. Okay, I like the first part, reassess the business requirements. I don't like the second part though. Remove the task assigned to the technical resource. What if it's a critical task? And actually, you know what? It is a critical task. I just see it in the question right now. Critical task. So we can't remove it. This does not solve the core problem. It's actually something that we don't want to do at all. Update the lessons learned report and risk log to document that the risk has occurred. All right, fine. I wouldn't really use lessons learned over here right now, but risk log to document that risk has occurred. Okay, if we document that the risk has occurred, does it really solve the problem? It's not complete. It doesn't really solve the problem. We're just made aware of it. A is going to completely solve the problem. So I'm going to choose A. That's going to be my final answer. Let us see what the solution actually is. The answer is A. Okay, so I'm seeing these solutions for the first time. If I get it wrong, I'm not restarting this video. I hate editing. I hate restarting videos. If I get it wrong, forgive me. You guys correct my faults, okay? But A is going to be the answers using our principles, okay? Remember, some of these questions might be easy, but the point is not for you to get the answer right necessarily. It's for you to understand the methodology. Question number 2. Let's take out our trusty highlighter. A PM is tasked with developing maintenance planning software for a power plant. Another department previously executed a similar project, which was later shut down due to poor performance. The PM is concerned about the potential performance issues and wants to take proactive measures to ensure the project's success. What should the project manager do? Okay, so my problem statement, and I'm going to write it in a way that I understand it. Similar project. There's a similar project done in the past. PM wants to take proactive steps to not repeat mistake. Okay. Remember, problem statement should be in your own words, but must encompass all the details. And I already know what this problem is going to talk about, or what the solution should look like, because they mention that a similar project has been done in the past. This is going to be key information. Let's look at the solutions. A, proceed with the project as planned and allocate additional resources if needed. Okay, so this one completely ignores the problem, ignores the fact that there's a similar project, ignores the fact that the project manager wants to take proactive steps. So I'm going to eliminate it. B, assess. I like the word assess. Principle number 1. Assess the project risks and bring in external experts to mitigate potential issues. All right. So assess external experts to mitigate the potential issues. I don't like that part immediately, because this implies that there's going to be extra costs. Now, it's not a wrong answer. We shouldn't be afraid of hiring manpower. However, if it's not required, then we don't need to. Let's look at C. Review the lessons learned from similar projects to avoid repeating past mistakes. I love that. You're taking a step back. You have the keyword review. Lessons learned. You're using the similar project, basically. Lessons learned from the similar project. So you're using the components mentioned in the question. And you are avoiding past mistakes. By doing that, that's the PM taking a proactive measure. Notify the project sponsor. So we do not want to do this. We do not want to go to the project sponsor. This is principle number 8. We're contradicting principle number 8. So I am going to eliminate that. And we are left with B or C. C is going to be the better answer, in my opinion. We are going to choose C. Let's see what the answer is. C is the answer. We got it. All right. Question number 3. A PM is overseeing an internal project that was poorly defined. Recently, the PM received several change requests from the organization's senior manager. What should the project manager do first? All right. So, project, problem statement. Project is poorly defined. Poorly defined. And there's a bunch of change requests coming in. Oh, change requests. All right. What should the project manager do first? That's our problem statement over here. Let me just highlight that. What should the PM do? A, evaluate the time delays and begin implementation to prevent further setbacks. Okay, so they don't talk about a time delay here in the question. They want to begin implementation right away to prevent further setbacks. I don't like this. It doesn't use what we have to use in the question. Project is poorly defined. If the project is poorly defined and we're just ignoring it, we're looking at the time delays, it doesn't solve the core problem. So for that, I'm going to eliminate A. Encourage the team to stay motivated and avoid frustration from working on an extended project. I have no idea what this does at all. This doesn't solve anything. The project is poorly defined and there's a lot of change requests coming in. What should we do? So usually when it comes to change requests, it's natural to have a lot of change requests coming in because the project is defined. So this is a cause and effect sequence. If the project is poorly defined, you're going to have a lot of change requests because no one knows what is going on. So this is not going to be the answer. As for temporary budget, so I already know that's not going to be the answer. This contradicts principle number 2. We don't want to spend money right away. So I'm going to eliminate it. Assess the benefits. I love the word assess. The benefits of the proposed changes in relation to the business case. I love this answer. Business case will tell us what we're after. Will give us the benefits of the project, the purpose of it, the objectives. So we'll be able to know, I guess, to a greater degree what the project is about. So the project will become more defined in that way. We're assessing the benefits of those changes in relation to what was defined in the project. Okay, this is going to be the answer. I'm going to go with D. D is the answer. Question number 4. A PM for a software technology project works in a matrixed organization with virtual teams. The functional manager informs the project manager that there may be no resources available to test the software. What should the PM do next? All right. So we should actually get the problem statement. That's what we should do next. So we're in a matrix organization, and I have a feeling they want us to use this. So we're going to include it in the problem statement. And shortage on resources. Right? Because in a matrix organization, you have a combination of project and functional roles. So the functional manager probably is coming along and saying that, hey, I need this person. You can't use them for the project. So we're short on resources. What should we do? Schedule a teleconference with the sponsor. Okay, so I already know that's not going to be the answer. Let's continue reading. To submit a change request, allowing the development team to handle testing. Okay, we don't go to the sponsor, guys. When you see this on your exam, don't do it. Don't go to the sponsor. Okay, principle 8. I've seen some study hall questions where they say go to the sponsor. I don't know what's wrong with study hall, which is kind of weird because it's the PMI company that actually makes it. A lot of the questions are very, very low quality questions. They don't resemble the exam, or they don't resemble the PMP mindset. Anyways, collaborate with the functional manager to discuss the details and secure necessary support. I love this. Taking a step back, you're collaborating. Principle number 1. With the functional manager, this is the person in charge. Okay, so remember this little hack. If the question itself mentions a specific person, it's okay if the answer mentions that person as well. If the question mentions the sponsor, meaning the sponsor is a part of the situation, and then the answer mentions the sponsor, don't eliminate that. It's obvious that the answer would mention the sponsor because the question mentions it. So in this case, the functional manager is mentioned in the question. It makes sense to go to the functional manager. C, bring up testing requirements at the weekly project meeting to negotiate the best approach for testing the software. Okay, bring up testing requirements at the weekly project meeting to negotiate the best approach for testing. Yeah, that's fine. However, we want to take a little step back and we want to make sure that we have someone that's actually going to test it out because we are short on resources. Okay, let's see what else there is. This doesn't contradict our principles, but I wouldn't choose it right away. Email the procurement specialist to arrange negotiations with a company that specializes in software testing. Okay, that could be another solution. But the best solution is going to be B. That's the first step we want to take. And then, as a consequence of B, once we collaborate, we can decide that, hey, you know what? We actually need to maybe hire more people, or we need to get more serious on our requirements. Okay, but B is going to be the first answer, and B is the answer. All right, question number 5 is the last one. Oh, I looked at the answer by accident. This is the answer. This is the last one. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's not even read the question. A. We already know the answer is going to be A because I peeked. But A. Discuss the identified risks and team's concerns with the customer. I like that. Consult with the team. Estimate the effort required to submit a change request. That could be the answer too. C. Suggest that the customer go live and go live and add the new functionality to the backlog. Okay. Instruct the team to deliver the functionality by the agreed go live date. Okay, so these are all possible answers. Maybe not C, but they're all possible answers. So for the sake of it, let's just go through the questions. A project team is implementing a hosted system for a third party. Just before going live, the customer requests additional functionality. The project team has identified risks to the delivery date and informed the project manager that some of the requested features conflict with the agreed scope. What should the project manager do? All right. Additional functionalities. Team has identified risks, and some of the requested features conflict with the agreed scope. Okay, so there are a couple of things that are going on. Customer, I'm gonna write customer wants more. Plus project team identified risks plus some of the requested features conflict. Okay, so I'm gonna write conflicting requirements. Now again, guys, you might not understand it. You might not understand my way of forming the problem statement, but you got to find your own way and make sure you do it fast, but make sure it encompasses everything. So discuss the identified risk and team's concerns with the customer. I like that. Okay, your team members, remember, are your experts, so they'll know exactly. So their opinion on the risks are very, very important because they're the ones that are actually building the product. So I like that you're taking a step back too. This is principle number 1 in action. Consult with the team, estimate the effort required, and submit a change request. So that's good. It doesn't involve the customer. I would do A first and then B for now. Okay, so I would do A first and then B. Suggest that the customer go live and add the new functionality to the backlog. So this completely ignores our problem statement. So I'm going to eliminate it. Instruct the team to deliver the functionality by the agreed go live date. So again, this ignores the functionality. This ignores the problem statement. What are we doing to address what the customer wants? What are we doing to address the identified risks and the conflicting requirements? So the answer here is going to be A. That's our answer. And these are some 5 questions that you guys could focus on when it comes to the process domain. We are going to start a series talking about each and every domain and just keep working on problems so you're accustomed to this methodology. I'm telling you, this is so powerful. 3 steps and 3 steps only. You'll be able to solve most of your situation-based questions, if not all. I have a PMP course. If you're interested, please check it out. I promise you, it will get you certified the fastest and the easiest way possible so you can start making that 6-figure salary and moving on with your life as a project management professional. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a fantastic rest of the day.